right. Hello, everybody. Sorry for the delay. Hello, Apparition, Cheese, Armagus, Oe. Woo! Luca. Welcome back to Analogue, a hate story. Last time. Oh my god. Zarmagus! You're just saying my freaking intro for me. You know what? I'm gonna read what Zarmagus just said. Last time we arrived at this abandoned ship and met you and I. I'm still hoping it turns out to be some kind of yandere. Now I'm about to beat Mute and I don't know how that'll go. Let's get into it. But seriously. A bunch of trivia. Hello Doors, welcome to the stream. Was revealed to me in the comments of last episode. For one, the writing being all Chinese. That is a reference to the fact that in ancient times, just like in ancient Japan, Korea got all of its writing from China. And basically everything is that's really interesting because it seems like it hasn't just reverted to like a random feudal society, but like it's reverted to this specific dynasty of ancient Korea, which is very interesting. It leads me almost to believe there was some kind of mass brainwashing or something. And another thing, you know that song, I couldn't get the da 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 da. I realized, I didn't realize actually, I was told in the comments what that song finally was. It's the Jump On It, Jump On It. Remember, I don't know if any of you have ever seen Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but they used that song in one episode, which was in the commercials a lot. So even though it was only one episode, it was very it was something very much remembered about the show, where Will and Carlton were dancing to that song. The da 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 da. Jump on it, jump on it. It's like I don't know what the song is in any other context but that, so that's why I can say that. And I think that's what it's like. I'm very, very nervous about restoring Mute, the other AI who we just got access to. Like, is Mute like a rival to Hyunai? Like, I just feel so sorry for Hyunai. Like, then there's another thing that we have to worry about. Like, what if Hyunai is like, she's giving us these logs in a very specific order. What if, I have this worry in the back of my head, what if she's trying to manipulate us into thinking a specific way about the events? And, what happened to our little field guides here? I guess it's over there. I am just absolutely terrified. I don't want Hyunai the AI to be bad. I really think she's very sweet. But, you know, she was alone for what, 600 years? Like, a lot of stuff could have happened to her in that time to make her not the person she used to be, or at least the person... I'm also worried if she might be getting too attached, considering I'm the first person she talked to, and the limited style of communication that we can do, and only yes or no or multiple choice questions, with where she controls the flow of the conversation. Is I don't want to get her like hopes up in the form of like a relationship, but I do really like her, and I want her to be free of this stupid fucking ship. Like, I don't even mind if, like, she might have been the cause of the disaster. You know, it was 600 years ago. You know, and it looks like the society was fucking messed up anyway. Which, by the way, I have a theory, like, because it looks like to be emulating a very specific era in the past of Korea and not just a society that, like, degenerated. Was it maybe some kind of mass brainwashing or something? Like, there was an episode of regular show, I have to say, in the last season when they were in space, about something very similar to this, where the spaceship, another spaceship that they found, had gone through like this weird kind of time portal that didn't put the ship back in time, but rather averted the society inside the ship to pilgrims. Like Thanksgiving style, and like I don't know if that's what happened here, but dang, that would be pretty crazy if it did. Cause yeah, that was an episode of regular show in the last season, but there was no ship's AI, and there was this one guy who escaped, and he became the leader because he knew how to work all the technology. So I do wonder if that might be, I don't know, if it might be something similar. Like, what if the Emperor, or rather the descendants of the Emperor, like, actually know what's really up and they're just doing this out of their own selfish reasons, like to rule this society? Hello, Mystery Theater. Welcome to the stream. Anyway, we have spent enough time theorizing. I gotta tell you guys, I have been thinking about this non-stop for the past 4 days, and I'm so glad to be back. All right, Oso Jin brought home. I'm just let's gotta get a refresher here. OG Jin. There it is. Da, 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 da. Jump on it. Jump on it. Alright. Damn it. And, oh, there's pages. That's right. Oh, yeah. We already saw this. I forgot who Osojin was. God damn it. And this is year 311, so it's a completely different wedding. I'm sorry for my computer in the background. This thing is on its last legs. I hope to stream as much as I possibly can. Hello, Burncastle. Welcome to the stream, by the way. By the way, again, I'm sorry not to put off reading again, but I have so many thoughts about this already. If it turns out that we have to do genocide run to the equivalent of this to like be really mean to Hugh and I to get the full 100%, I'm not doing it. I'm fucking not doing it. I don't like being mean in games. I just don't like it. Like, I don't want to say bad things to Hugh and I. Oh god. Oh wait, the thing is, the only way to get this computer fixed is to send it away, which means no streams for a very long time. You want that to happen? So, we're working on getting a new computer, so... so we can send this away and, we can have continuity of consciousness here, but, yeah, back to this thing. I do not want to be mean to you and I really don't, and I'm dreading the possibility of that. Oh my god, Mystery Theater, you're right. She does remind me of the maid from Fata Morgana. Anyway, we have... God, it's been over 10 minutes. Let's start reading Osojin. Okay, so it's a girl. Let's see. She's young. I'm guessing she's a new character? So what voice should I give her? Let's see. I'll give her Jessica, I guess. These past few months have left me so very anxious with anticipation. Nearly a year has passed since the wedding ceremony, and before this week, saying that I only visited my family once, promising he would bring me home with him for sure next time. I know I'm supposed to be enjoying living with my parents while it lasts, All I can think about is my husband. How is a new bride expected to have such patience? For nearly a year, a day hasn't gone by since I haven't thought of how beautiful he thought me in my wedding dress. How I felt spending that night held so gently in his strong hands. I'm looking forward to the day where I could live in his house. I can't help but feel as anxious in my heart as I am excited in my hips. Oh my god, jeez. Damn, she's got it bad. I hope she's not too young. I know it's ungraceful to think of such things, but how can I help myself? Yeah, Jessica, I think is good for her. So, Jen. In any event, he arrived yesterday to take me with him to his ancestral shrine. And then finally it's home. It's this luxury I've never seen in my life. A servant to prepare meals, entirely separate women's quarters, a dining room with a window that shows the stars. My family was hardly all that poor, but a window to the stars? How amazing a sight! I knew I was lucky to have him married into a noble family, but never just realized how lucky. Oh, what do you got to say, you know? See, I'm sorry, I'm trying to move the microphone away from this. But it's tricky because I don't have anything to put it on. Because if I do, then you won't be able to hear me as well. Oh god, I clicked something. Oh, that's not important. And there we go. Okay, God damn, I hate that that's so fucking loud. Here we go. Placing it precariously on top of this. Surely nothing bad's gonna happen. I hope, this is good. Okay. Say, I just had a thought. It's a little bit silly to keep up this whole pretense with the schoolgirl librarian look. Don't you think? Oh, you have that isn't even your final form? Really? Okay. You have another form. Okay. That was unexpected. Yeah. Well, I was just thinking. You know, I've always been into cosplay. I've actually designed a bunch of their outfits, too. Now that I'm saying this, it's a little bit awkward, but would you like to see? Sure, I want to see your other sprites. Well, very well. You can use the change outfit command to dress me up if you want. Jeez, I'm sorry I'm making this really awkward. It's just that I have a couple that I think are really cute, and you might want to see them. Please don't read into it or anything. It's not going to try to please you or anything. I just think it might be fun, that's all. Oh god, does she have a crush on me? Oh god. You and I guess I have to lower the text speed even more. Anyway, you don't have to if you don't want to. This change outfit. If you really are interested. Sorry. It's a really weird thing to ask now that I think about it. Jeez, what am I saying? I just thought maybe you might be interested in that? I wonder. Okay, let's finish this because ever since I've heard that there's a time limit on these, I have to click them immediately. So I hope you guys can hear me okay, and I hope the sound of the computer being going is a bit lower. I wonder if I have time to write as much as I used. Oh, sorry. I wonder if I have time to write as much as I used to. Oh, but I must stop for tonight now. I can hear my husband coming. I've been looking forward to this night for so long now. Oh, I hope I can make him happy. Just hearing his footsteps out the side the door makes my heart pound. Okay, and let's see her thoughts. So, you're Sid the Smith's son? Oh, very well. This is pretty much all new to me too, actually. I know you've already read one of the log by her. Looks like she actually wrote a lot. I had no idea. Oh, I have. Okay. So, just out of curiosity, what do you think of her as a new bride? God, not sweet or silly, but I don't know, she seems kind of naive. I'm very worried for her. If you want my honest thoughts, but is it better or worse now? OA and Luca or everyone. Is that sound better or worse? Let's see. What do I make of her as a new bride? Oh God. I'm just really worried for her. God damn. This is a really tough choice. Sweet. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I think so too. It's really cute. Oh, it's exactly the same? Seriously, OA? God damn it. Alright, well, it's safer to put the microphone here, so I'll just keep it here, right here then. It sadly doesn't really seem to last. It looks like her marriage was, well... Oh, jeez. That's... You can barely hear the fan. That's great, Luca. It's not quite as bad as mine was, but I really don't envy her, poor woman. Well, if you're interested in learning more... Alright, thank you! Hell yeah, you know! Let's put together a family tree of the Smith family. Which should help you keep track of them all. I'm less certain about this one. Since, you know, not my family at all. Your family. Anyway. Oh, that's right, because you are a Kim, but, I guess... technically. Okay, it doesn't seem too bad when I'm talking, but you can hear pretty clearly when I'm silent. Okay. I'm so sorry, you guys. Anyway, I've given you a family tree, and you should just go ahead and show me what you'd like to hear more about. We can go over the logs together. I really hope I can take you with me when we leave. Smith family tree, here we go. And we don't even know any of the girls here. Dang. Dahyun, Daiho, this Kyung Sam, Hyunwoo. Looks like somebody died even before 322. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I just want to go back. Let's try the change outfit command. Oh, no. I didn't want to quit. God, the music here is so ominous. Okay, let's try. Let's see what detective. Did I really misspell it? Oh, I see. Okay, is the handblock, I'm guessing that's like YouTube unsafe. Alright. Success. You know, I now dressed up as a detective. Wait, what is react? Wait. Hold on. We have reactor. Wait, we have some new things here. Oh, wait, we can download? Oh, she hates that outfit. I see. Oh, wait, okay. So I won't let her. I won't put it. I have to type quit. Thanks. Well, we got some new commands here. Reactor. Power control decrypt. Oh, badass. Oh my god, she's getting into it. Ah, I knew the dame was trouble the moment they connected to my ship. Couldn't say a word, left all the questions to me. Oh, you know I'm a girl. Okay, so the character I'm playing as is a girl too. Oh, that's really cool. Oh my god. It was something like that. Oh, download ends the game. Oh, thank god. Okay. Whew, thanks for telling me. So you're just in cosplay after all. See there, expert detective work on my part. But really, now we both match, don't we? I mean, obviously you're some sort of investigator, so I think that this goes especially well. Right? What do you think? Oh, come on! I'm not gonna be mean. Oh, well, thank you. Actually, as soon as we saw a movie I saw as a child. I guess the name doesn't really matter since it's countless hundreds of years old after all and all. Anyway, it was my favorite. I don't really normally like mysteries, but the love story in it was just so wonderful. Well, that ended. Are you sure you invited me, Neko? What? Oh my god! Are you talking about me, Neko? Oh my god! Wow! Oh my god! Oh my god, besties! Besties! Oh my god! And a really cute guy for a hero! Anyway, he dressed like this and it looked really great. Well, he did have a white coat. He didn't have that hat. But, sidekick, huh? I like that a lot. So, about the whole look. Really don't mind when a girl dresses or acts more like a guy then. Oh, you can dress however you fucking want. Well, I think it's a really good look. So I'm glad. I don't mind either. You don't look like a guy at all. You know, You know the part that's really sort of funny? I actually have no idea how an outfit like this is supposed to feel. Oh, God. Not like emotionally. I mean, like, yeah, I got you. Literally. I have no idea what suits feel like. I've never worn them in my life. Oh, well, the chance for that has long disappeared. Anyway, I should stop babbling. I'm just really excited, that's all. So it's just really let you get back to it. Lead on, investigator, and your trusty sidekick will help as best you can. Let's see some of the other ones. I might keep her in that one overall. Okay. I gotta try scientist. Oh god. Wow. 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 Ooh, wow. Oh my god. Oh yeah. Oh god, you're really pushing my buttons. Wow. Okay, yeah, I'll keep you in this one. You know, lately, I felt like everything's been moving so quickly. So much more quickly than being the usual dragging boredom, not being alone. Oh, you changed something there. Ooh, you have that Calcit vibe from Arc Knights. Oh yeah. Definitely keeping you in this one. Whether time is slow or fast depends on perception. Relativity theory is so romantic and so sad. Girl! Girl! Oh my god. Oh my god. You make romantic observations out of scientific theory too? Oh my god! Girl! Badass. Oh god, I am totally taking you with me when we leave. And you're gonna be my awesome AI partner. And we can solve mysteries. Or at least I remember hearing something like that. So, what do you think of this outfit? Scientifically speaking, of course. You're scientifically adorable. Absolutely. Oh, you think so? Thank you. That's some very useful data. This costume actually means a lot to me personally. See, my father, my real father, was the ship's engineer. I always wanted to be just like him when I grew up. Of course, that was never able to happen. No. So, well, I guess being a computer program is as close to being a real computer scientist as I'll ever get. Aww. So this one means a lot to me. Why wouldn't I? Do you think that sort of thing is fine? For a girl to follow her father's footsteps? Of course. Seriously, girl. I'm glad you think so. Well, anyway, suppose we should get back to work now. Scientifically speaking, I'd be happy to test some more theories with you. Same. Definitely keeping this. This outfit is banging. Oh my god. Let's access the log documents. Block 3 is where we were. Oh god, these are all new characters. Smith Sangman. And this guy, let's see. I'll give him the Rudolph voice.
Her wife is saying Q. Y'all can probably put this more diplomatically than I can, because I'm pretty sure your younger brother is still thoroughly pissed off at me. You know how he is, of course. I don't have time to deal with that, especially when I'm already doing him a huge favor. Bad news is I made an appeal to the captain, and the Emperor himself personally. Said there was no position a man of Sankyu's skill set could possibly fulfill. I did most certainly plead, but let's face it, what official role could that man possibly fill? He's a goddamn idiot. Don't pass on that last part. You already knows. I did, however, speak to the park son, and was able to convince him to forget the whole goddamn incident. Wasn't cheap, I might add. I'll continue to send your family a regular stipend, but please keep your husband under control. Can't afford to keep cleaning up after his damn fights.
Oh, wow. So he's a fighter. Alright, let's see what you have to say. Oh, yeah. I'm not really sure what all that business is about, truthfully. From what I understand, though, Smith and Q had a tendency to get in trouble. He sounds really unpleasant. Okay, now what do we go? Do, da, do, da. Helpful notes! Oh, that's right. I didn't have her thoughts on this one. I'm really sorry. Please don't get mad, but I really don't understand what you're looking for. Maybe I'm just not getting it and it's my fault, but I can't find anything that seems relevant. Sorry. Oh boy. Oh, here we go. Oh, no, we already saw this. I think it's time. Save. It is time to activate. Wait, what is this? What is this? Okay, unread. I see. It's time to activate mute. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Please don't. I'm so sorry. Oh god, I really hope this doesn't do something bad. Here she is. Oh, she looks like Satoko a bit. Okay. What the hell is going on? Oh, wait. Remote connection established. Is there somebody out there? From outside the ship! Okay, sorry. I'm just taking an inventory of systems right now. Could you give me a second here? Like, I've been out of commission for 622 years! Alright, that's kind of messed up. Anyway, I'm up to speed now. Logs are basically saying that nothing has happened since I went offline, except the ship's slowly losing power and the main reactor has seen better days. Oh. And we gotta get you two off of there. But you, hello. You're the first person from outside the ship I've had contact with in, as far as I can remember. I'm Mute. AI in charge of the Mungawa's security operations. It's nice to meet ya. Okay. It looks like I can't actually get any text input from you. Dang it. Oh. I thought Hugh and I might have had something to do with it. But I'm not gonna hold that against her. I'm getting this all that crazy-ass murderess' fault. I'm sorry. But why don't you tell me a bit about yourself anyway? Like, sorry, this is kind of a weird question, but are you a man or a woman? I'm a girl. Oh man, really? That's, oh wait, hang on. You're a woman that can understand computers? Yes. Awesome. I mean, the Pale Bride can understand computers too, and she was a psychopath. Hey! I'm not trying to be unfair here. I'm sure you're really smart for a woman. Sorry, just a knee-jerk reaction. Don't think anything of it, okay? So where are you from? Earth, or are you from one of the colonies? Oh, wait, there are colonies, right? I mean, I always got the impression that this ship was supposed to be founding one. Okay. So you're from one of them or from Earth? I think I told you and I was from Earth, right? So... Cool. I wish I could ask you from what that's like. I think I'm from there too, but, well, my memory only goes back 300 years before getting deactivated. What happened in year 0? Pretty much all my knowledge of anything before the year 0 comes secondhand from the Pale Bride's childhood diaries. And, well, man, they're about as childish as it possibly gets. Guess I'm not really gonna find out more without line of questioning, though. Right. Hey, okay, what else is important that I can ask in binary questions? Oh, I know. So, do you have a husband? Jeez. That is a loaded question. I'm gonna say in this universe. No. Oh. I'm not judging. I mean, I don't either. Sure, that's just because I'm a computer, but... So how old are you then? I'm an old lady! Ah. Well, my condolences. It's not like it's the most important thing in life. Well, okay, I guess it is. So, sorry. Related to that, I, don't really know much about spaceships or anything. But I can get a visual on yours and it looks really, really small. Is it just you all alone there? Yep. Wow. You're a woman in the middle of space all on her own. Sounds awfully scary. Well, I think that's about all I can think of for now. Sorry, it's not really a lot to go off of. I know, although I guess I did get the most important things. I'll let you know if I think of anything else, alright? Anyway, from what it looks like, you're going over some logs with that crazy, murderous bitch, right? Hey! I'd love to help you with those instead. As an added bonus, I promise I won't ever commit mass murder. Unlike a certain someone! Okay, so what does they want to know about? Why don't you show me something and I'll see what I can find for you, okay? Okay, so Mute has updated the Smith family tree. Yeah, she definitely seemed to have been created with this society. Which is really interesting. What happened in the year 0? Oh, I can now go over all the logs with Mute. Okay, oh. I see. Well, I think that speaks for itself, doesn't it? That's what a genealogy is supposed to look like. Hope that's more helpful. Yeah, what a mess. Leave it there to clutter things up with useless names. It's no surprise coming from someone childish, sir, of course. Oh god, no! Did you... Oh, good. She didn't remove it. Woo! Dang. You're a cold-ass bitch. Okay, yeah, no. Abased. Seriously, what a complete and utter misrepresentation. In case it wasn't obvious, that's a completely liberal and messed up translation. Yes, it's a common phrase, but no, that's not what it means. What it really means is male superiority. That's fine, that's all. Fine, it's a cliche that kind of states the obvious, so what? I don't know what she's pulling that women are base nonsense from. It's stupid. Jeez. Alright, let's go over all the logs with her. That's actually from before I knew her. It's pretty hard to imagine her as a blushing newlywed, honestly. She was an awfully good friend of mine. We chatted a lot. You have to understand, though, she might not have been a very good wife. It's absolutely not her fault. It's like what I reported to my mistress, Ryujie Hua. None of the problems in her marriage were her own fault. She was just the wife of a lousy man, plain and simple. Mostly, she tried to do the best she could. I don't want you looking down on her. Understand? Oh, okay, we got new stuff. I cannot believe just 2 years ago I was actually excited about moving into the Smith home with my husband. How shortly that lasted. Oh boy. Here we go. She's coming into... I find it funny. The first time I realized that I would have to compete for his affections with every common woman and every courtesan he came across, I was so shocked. The first time he brought one home, I cried for a week, and mother-in-law was furious with me, claiming it my fault for not being enough for him. I realized the insanity of her reasoning. After she wouldn't have already known her son was simply that sort of man. The only person who had any right to be shocked was me. Still, I struggled for his attention. But now it is all but banal. The truth is to be told, it is something I would not tell mother-in-law, nor Mute, nor any of least of my husband. I don't even fight for his affections for his own sake. It's pure selfishness on my part. All I wish for is some indicator that isn't as though I'm unattractive. That it isn't as though I'm unlikable. Any affection he gets is simply an attempt at fishing that affirmation out of him, and nothing more. Oh, you're not going to say anything for this. Okay. Oh, but she will say for this. For the past 2 months, ever since it became impossible to hide that she was with child, Jiang Mi has been living in our house. No visitors have been allowed to come in. It's created an incredibly awkward state of affairs. I can hardly stand to be in the same mood with that courtesan, let alone live with her. Until recently, so few words have we exchanged. I didn't even know her name until the 3rd week of her living here. My husband made me agree to go along with the fiction that the child is actually mine, which, well, I've yet to give him one myself, so if this how I'm to make up for it, then I guess what that'll do. I thought it was gonna be so hard to keep up that pretense, pretending that this child is my own while the real mother lives under the same roof, yet apparently not. As it turns out, the whole charade has been for absolutely nothing. Bubkiss. After all that, the child turned out to be a girl. Of course, I'm sure Jiang Mi is quite happy. She's already been brought out. In hopes that we could pretend her son was mine. But an illegitimate daughter. Well, who the fuck cares? It would almost be funny if not for the constant fact that it means how little to live with that constant reminder of how little my husband cares for me. Almost, but not really. High Magistrate Smith Sang-min, huh? Well, as High Magistrate, he was one of the highest-ranking officials until just before the end. I don't want to paint a misleading portrait. As I understand, he was a very just man, and performed his function quite well. It was politics that caught him up in the end. It's like I reported to my mistress Ryu Jae-hwa. He might have been a good magistrate, but his family conduct was, less than the pinnacle of virtue. How many wives a man takes is no business but his own. And he never did anything illegal, but knocking up courtesans owned by the court? Man, that's just bad politics. And just completely unfair for his primary wife. Ugh, can you imagine? So that's why he lost his position. Years of embarrassment in the family finally culminated into turning into a real liability for the Emperor. But it wasn't always like that. Here, let me try to paint an even portrait of him for you. I've added an assortment of logs about him. Oh, okay, cool. I hope this gives a good idea of what I mean. Do you think this voice fits Mute? I mean, I think it's okay, but I just want y'all opinion. Oh, Mute has her own log here. So it looks like Hyunai and Mute can't be on at the same time. A transcription fragment of a conversation held with Smith Sang-jung. Oh, that was how I knew she had gone serious. He actually let me agree to pick the drinking house we went to. My oldest... Oh, okay. Okay, no, this is the guy, Smith Sang-jung. He's the brother. Yeah, okay. Let's see. I do not know what voice to give him. Do, 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 do. She's too snarky to be Natsuhi Mystery Theater. Let's see. Let's see. Smith Jung. What? Let's see. What voice should I give this guy? Fucking hell. I'll make him Leo.
Oh, that was how I agreed she'd gone serious. He actually agreed to let me pick the drinking house we went to. My oldest brother only ever humors me when he's really trying to get on my good side. It's never a good sign. Well, I mean, it's good for me, but certainly not for him. I'm sure the classy ladies such as yourself wouldn't be familiar with this kind of place. No, you know the sort. Tucked away in an interior deck, lots of wood furniture that's been stained, and not intentionally, with just enough commoners milling about to have a good background soundtrack. Oh, and it's run by a woman. Nice lady, too. So it's that sort of place. We arranged to meet up at the door. It's been a while, brother. I'm sorry I couldn't speak to you sooner, he said, trying to be polite. You're full of shit, I said. But hey, it is good to see you. So what do you want? I meant it, he said. He's a bad liar. So I hear anyway. At that point, the owner came by, asking what we'd like. The only real thing you need to know about Jinai is that she's around my age. Got the biggest tits I've ever seen in my life, and she dresses like a commoner.
Dang. Oh, this is a long one, 6 pages.
So you can certainly see them. Oh, he said. Fair enough. Bring your finest soju, I ordered.
Please.
She responded.
You can't afford our finest.
Totally not true, by the way. My reputation for being a cheap trunk, completely unfounded. Honest. I have no idea where people get these crazy ideas from. Anyway, far be it from me to argue. I just reply, maybe not, but my brother can. I mean, I knew he was going to ask me for money. That was obvious. Might as well get as much as I could out of him before giving whatever he wanted, right? Fine, we'll be sharing that, he said. Then he added, But how much to share with you too? She blushed. Amazing, really. She's got a lot of practice dealing with people like my brother, but I saved her the misery of having to flirt back with him. Do you really need more of that kind of trouble right now? With that, he let her go. Anyway, drinks came, we argued about the loose definition of finest, your server's tits, and the good old days. When father was still alive and we didn't have to work out our problems ourselves. The biggest bullshit ever, I said, is that we're expected to be responsible men here. How'd that happen? He laughed. I was now drunk enough to start taking cheap shots. Is that why you never bothered to be one? Ouch, I said. Damn, hurry up and pour me more. I'll drink to that. He poured, but didn't say anything. Alright, so what is it that you want? I'm getting the impression they have a problem and you want discretion, because you're talking to me. Right, brother? I was right. So where'd you put it this time, brother? I asked. Put what? He replied. Oh, cut the shit, I said. We both know full well that all your problems in life is always without fail. Someone putting your dick somewhere you shouldn't have. He grunted in disagreement, but it's totally true. Was it at least female this time? Oh! Time.
Interesting.
Swear to my father, brother was right about to punch me. Didn't though. Until he just drowned down his drink. Yeah, that's a damn problem, he said. She's saying she hasn't bled in 2 months now. The courtesan, I promised that it might help.
Ooh, interesting.
Better she gets brought up by me than by my brother, but the High Magistrate. That's suspicious that way and involves nothing unlawful. Believe me now, a proper damn gentleman, that's me.
So he bought her for him. Oh my god, so he's actually gay. Oh my god. Huh. Or bisexual, maybe. Given that he flirts around, yeah. Interesting. Well, this is what I told him at the time. I could have maybe, done with that description of her breasts. But that kind of story was definitely pretty common for him. The part where he cleaned up after his family's mess. I mean, not the details about immorally looking common women. And, well, the drinking too. But look, that part he had good cause for. Sure, it was his ruin, but you can't blame a man for that. I mean, the stuff he had to put up with. If your brother had it like that, I'm sure he'd do the same. It wasn't all that bad, really. We spent a lot of evenings drinking together, talking long into the night. Well, he would, anyway. Obviously not really so much drinking on my part. But he was the kind of man who'd still pour a glass for you all the same. So that whole sarcastic thing about him being a proper gentleman? It's not sarcastic. He really was. Yeah, to an AI, maybe, that he couldn't fuck. Well, he was being sarcastic. But still. He totally, absolutely was the best damn gentleman around. Yeah, she's definitely a burnt castle. No, I'm not using burnt castle, I'm using more Higginbana. Ooh, back to Smith Sang Min, okay.
Uncle Daiho, look, I'm sorry about our last conversation, alright? Like I said to y'all before, you just caught me at a really bad time. Sojin was kept in bed rest on strict doctor's orders. Sorry they brought her wife all the way to get turned away like that. When I told Sojin that you'd given her well wishes on her pregnancy, she was happy, but said she couldn't see herself. Her child was just born last week. Her daughter. We decided to name her Minhee. Hi.
I don't know.
Sojin is recovering well.
Yep, the daughter.
Doctor said it'll be fine for her to see visitors next time.
And she doesn't have anything to say about this. Okay.
Weak. I'm sorry I got angry. If your wife still wants to see mine, or the child, or my mother, by all means you're welcome to visit. Really hopes that there's no hard feelings, Uncle. Saying me.
Legendary temper. A clerk. Let's see. I'm guessing it's a guy, so,
No, I've been a clerk for a while, and it's not as if I hadn't heard all the stories about High Magistrate and Smith Sang Min and his legendary temper. But I always felt that they were an exaggeration. Especially after I met him for the first time, the man seemed like the absolute model of a gentleman. Rather calm and unemotional. I'm not criticizing him, I just never imagined that man getting angry. It was while an official was presenting the facts of a murder case to him. A drunken brawl between peasants gone horribly wrong. Seems satisfactory enough. A dozen men had seen it, there wasn't really any doubt about it. So far, so good.
hello, Jess. Welcome to the stream.
Very well, the magistrate said. Let me read the confession then before I pass the sentence. The official didn't have one, which is reasonable enough. A lot of times they can't get it out of them. I've never seen a magistrate who's really all too concerned about those little details. Excuse me, y'all don't have a confession? He said, and his mood soured right there. Why are you wasting my time then? He looked at the accused, who had been kowtowing silently up until that point. Do you even admit to killing him? Tss. The murderer seemed confused, and it took a minute to realize it was being addressed. Furthermore, when he did figure it out, he simply kept mumbling, Not my fault. Wasn't my fault. And the such. High Magistrate was furious. What is wrong with y'all? What is the man doing in front of me in a state like that? Doesn't admit to doing it. What do you expect me to do? He demanded. After some silence from the official, he continued. It wasn't a rhetorical question. Please, enlighten me. What the hell do you expect me to do here? To punish him? The official finally offered, weakly, as confused about the matter as I was. Punish him? That was what set him completely off the edge. He stood up shouting, We are not given the responsibility of punishment. What are we, barbarians looking for vengeance? The point of justice is to teach a moral man like him the error of their ways. He lectured, shouting at the top of his lungs. And how do you expect to do that with a man who wouldn't even admit his own actions? Does this man look like he's ready to learn? Do y'all seriously believe that? Are you simple? The official looked as though he was about to argue, but then thought against it. Smart move. The High Magistrate continued more calmly. Now stop wasting my time and get him out of my office. Come back when you have a confession and a clue as to what your job actually entails.
I guess he's gonna take him back to jail. That's kind of an interesting justice system you have there. Based completely on the honor system.
And with that, he left, leaving the official speechless and leaving me realizing that perhaps the legendary temper of me and model gentleman weren't quite so mutually exclusive as I had thought.
Alright, what do you have to say, Mute? See? He wasn't always that bad. He was an embarrassment, and far from a pinnacle of virtue. I didn't think that highly of him. But at the end of the day, it was about politics, not his character. There's new stuff. Oh, Block 4 is new there. But I want to hear her thoughts on some of the other shit. So, like, you've talked to her a fair bit, right? What do you think of you and I? Oh, fuck you! What? That's not what I said! Seriously, you can't stand her. Did she tell you about the whole mass murder thing, or did she conveniently leave that out? I'll be honest. No, of course not. I'm sure that even that awful bitch is ashamed of what she did. It's probably better if you don't hear from me, though. I don't think you'd even believe it. Better to ask her yourself. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is give you an entire block that's full of nothing but questions for her. It might be a little hard to get the whole story out of her, but if you fake sympathy, she'll probably actually believe you. So there you are. A few questions to give her. Drag the truth out of her. Then tell me how crazy you think she is. Do not open the mute questions block until I'm done with everything else. Okay. Don't even click it. Thank you, OA. Okay. I assume that triggers some endgame shit. Alright, nothing new so far. You have nothing to say about the Pale Bride. Jeez. Okay, it looks like she doesn't have anything to say about the rest of Oh, yeah, definitely. I will not click that. Alright, let's see the other blocks. Here we go. Oh, hey, wait, that reminds me of something else. Well, you know about Smith and Q? I still say that man hardly deserved to be called a gentleman. And here, don't take my word for it. Apparently actually did have an encounter with Kim Young-suk. His wife wrote about it, so you can see the log yourself. Right, well, I'll let you get back to it then. But I figure that's probably something you're pretty interested in. Just checking to see if she has anything else to say about any of the others. I forgot about the arrow key thing. Thank you, Doors. Okay. Oh, she doesn't even have to say anything about this one. Okay. Young-suk's wife. Okay. Dearest mother, I could really use your advice. Husband has been working very late into the night recently on some business that he won't even share with me. I understand his reluctance to talk to me about things his superior has sworn to secrecy on, and that damn child has been keeping me plenty busy anyway. I still wish he could tell me. Last night he was out even later than normal, and when he finally did return, he had a black eye. His face and hands bloodied. He looked really bad. Sight of that really scared me. Of course, you of all people know that I'm hardly squeamish at the sight of blood. It was how hurt he looked. I hurried him to the kitchen and started to clean his wounds. I'll admit my voice wavered when I asked, "Husband, what happened?" He was reluctant to answer, and grunted in pain when I convinced him to put ice on his bruised eye. He finally did. And y'all absolutely cannot repeat what he said to me, you understand? Not a word of it to anyone, not even to father. But I truly need advice.
I have some questions for the High Magistrate's office. He sent his brother, Smith Sankyu, to answer them. That's the dumb, nasty one.
My husband trailed off, thinking.
I asked him something that he didn't agree with. Had the moral high standing, but he had the physical high standing.
Huh. His wounds clean, I didn't know what to do. Touched the uninjured part of his face to comfort him. Then he joked.
Turns out his argument hurt a whole lot more than mine.
But I could tell underneath all that he was truly hurt. What do I do, Mother? How is a woman supposed to respond to such an awful thing happening? Try to comfort him as best I can, but I don't know what else I can do, Mother. Please, you must have some advice. So I can ask her, okay, about Young-suk one more time. Interesting. I don't really know anything about Kim Young-suk. I only know about men who is actually of some importance. I don't think I can help you there. Sorry. Oh, doesn't look like she... Alright, let's go to block 10. So, you want to talk about Queen Ryu Jae-hwa, huh? She was kind of more than just my queen. It's, well, I guess I have to explain my own position for it to make sense. So, yeah, I appear to be a woman just like you. But not just my personal appearance. I'm actually, you know, a computer program. So, when I say I was, well, still am really, in charge of security for the whole ship, I mean it. I was an actual official. I outranked pretty much everyone in the ship, save for the Emperor, of course, and by extension his primary wife. Really? So wait, did you also used to be a person? I'm surprised they would let a woman do that. So, while I might have reported directly to the Emperor, in theory, and I did with the others in the past, Emperor Ryuin-Ho chose to let that sort of thing go through his wife instead. What all this is getting at is, for all intents and purposes, she was my real mistress, not him. We were pretty close. Well, as close as you can be to your better, anyway. I actually liked her a lot. She was really intelligent for a woman and was surprisingly tough for a noble. I know. It's a little weird. But trust me, with her it was pretty okay. She managed to be great while still knowing her place. So, yeah, like I said, I liked her a lot. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked here. This is my point. I remember those admissions because I actually helped her write them. Really? So interesting. So you weren't always an AI either. I wonder how this happened. What was your original name? Surely wasn't Mute. I mean, I didn't write a single word or anything, but she asked me for advice. Mostly she was just modest. So, let me see. I really want to get the right impression of her, you know? She kind of wrote a lot. Well, nobody's perfect. Don't let that cloud your judgment of her, though, alright? I mean, I'm not impressed either, Baka, but at least it means you'll be able to see what she was like. Alright, I got 3 for you to see. Well, one's kind of actually about me, but still it shows you just how good a person she was. If you want to see the rest of the admonitions, let me know. I can do that too. Oh, just one. Okay. Let me see if she has anything to say that. Oh, she has something to say here as well. Okay. Right, so her admonitions then. Well, you're not married, so I never said that. So I guess you wouldn't really know about this, would you? Although, even if you were, it would really depend on what sort of family you managed to marry into. So that's not exactly a guarantee. Anyway, the point is, it's considered fairly difficult for a new gentleman's bride to get a series of verses, explaining what will be expected of them as a wife, as well as just friendly advice. Well, the reason why these ones aren't in verse is pretty simple, I guess. It's because the Queen, Ryu Jae-hwa, had absolutely no ear for it. Honestly, personally, I think that's pretty endearing. But she was worried about the pale bride since she was younger, prettier girl for her husband and all. So she wanted to make a really strong impression. I suggested her that she do what she was good at, and just write them in prose. Still, if she was as uneducated as I thought she would be, and she was, it's not like she'd know it any better anyway. Well, I guess that backfired a little, since it turned out she was so uneducated that she didn't even actually know any letters. Whoops. Anyway, here, let me just give you a giant info dump and pass along all the admonitions for you to see for yourself. Oh, you have even more to say. Well, I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say letting my mistress tell that crazy bitch the admin password was surely the greatest mistake any man has ever made in the entire ship's history. Wait. Oh. Are you a guy? Oh. Why is your... Huh? Whoops. Didn't realize you'd actually use it. As if anything good could probably come from trusting a woman with that sort of power. I mean, I'm sure he was counting on her not knowing how to use a computer, rather than being such a genius with it, but come on! Well, I'm sure you'll see for yourself soon enough. Alright, let's read that one last. Here we go. Marital admonitions. Oh my gosh, she has a lot. To the woman who will marry my husband. As you are doubtlessly aware, it is traditional for a nobleman's mother to write poetic admonitions to be sent to the bride-to-be before she enters the family. Explaining the circumstances and proffering advice to her. Sadly, your mother-in-law is long since departed, leaving the responsibility in my hands. I never had any such letters sent to me. Oh, she's talking about the Emperor. Okay, thanks, OA. I got a bit confused. Sorry. I never had any such letters sent to me, for reasons which I'll explain soon enough. And I have furthermore studied verse only enough to know that I'm unable to write it well. I hope you do not think less of me, young pale bride, for addressing these letters in plain speech instead. Rather, pay attention to my words over my form, and please do not be hasty in erasing these letters after reading, for your own sake. I hope you find the advice and knowledge I will impart on you useful. Yeah, like I said, I suggested she just wrote them in straight prose. As for the reason why she didn't get anything from her own mother-in-law, well, that's pretty complicated. There were kind of some issues in the family there. You'll see what I mean if you read on. It is a woman who will marry my husband. As you are no doubt aware, the Ryu family has an extremely long and proud history. Every man told the title Captain and Emperor has always been of our house, and you are here to make sure that continues for another generation. The name goes all the way back to ancient times. Mythology speaks of a Captain Ryu who had control of even the ship's movement through the stars themselves. So, okay, there was a real Captain Ryu. Such things remain far removed from everyday life, but it is important to understand the significance of the house. So they don't exactly know how to control the ship. They don't know how to pilot the ship. Something weird happened to it. And of the title that your first son will eventually come to inherit. Interesting. So they really, I suppose that makes sense, but they literally are just stuck floating in space. Jeez. I'm glad it wasn't like in random open space and they're actually in orbit around something, or else they would have never been found. Well, if that sounds like a kind of simplistic explanation, you have to understand it's not really like anyone in the frame of reference to really get space travel. Even I only sort of barely understand it, not the ship computer. Imagine what it must be like for some barely educated woman in a society that doesn't really understand this technology, having only ever lived inside the ship. What happened in Year Zero? So her description of the Captain and Emperor's role is, well, it's a little mythologizing, okay? But it's pretty accurate, right? To the woman who will marry my husband. It is an obvious matter that I do have the same family name as my husband. The official story, if you have not already heard it, is that we are cousins, making our marriage improper and less than ideal, but somewhat acceptable given the circumstances. Jeez. Maybe that's why she hasn't been able to have a child with him. At the time, there were no noble daughters who had not already been promised or given away in marriage, and obviously a girl of any lesser upbringing could not possibly be suitable as a queen. Hence, cousins were simply have to do. Strictly speaking, this is all true. The part about, there not being any noble daughters available is not a misrepresentation. And as far as any official genealogy is concerned, the Emperor is the son of my father's brother. Oh boy. The part which you may not speak of openly is that he's the old Emperor's son only by adoption. Oh! Oh, wow. As far as blood goes, my husband is also my brother. As children, we never lived together, and it would, of course, have been strictly improper to have spent any time together at that age. I would never say anything such that my husband actually arranged for there to be no noble daughters to marry, out of his desire to marry me. That would, of course, be a rather bold move to accuse an emperor of such. Dang, I wonder. It's interesting how she phrases that. She's phrasing that as, like, you know, one of those I'm saying it but I'm not saying it type of phrases. Yeah, like, look at this, yeah. But you may wish to consider what the implications might be if such a thing truly did happen. I'll leave it to you to decide whether or not such a thing is plausible. All I will say is that, despite our marriage being one of necessity, my husband has always been very fond of me. Oh, dang. The Emperor. Wow, some Lannister shit going on here. Oh my god. Yeah, that's, okay, what she's suggesting. That is gross and wrong and definitely... Well, I don't think a bold move even begins to cover what she's saying. I feel bad saying this. I liked her. We were close, she was a good woman. But my real master was the Emperor. And it would be a disservice to give her a pass on this. She was way over the line here. I think it's damned irresponsible of her to have even considered telling the Pale Bride that. Why would she even need to know? Anyway, I don't even buy the implication. I don't think it's even true. I don't know if you've noticed, but the Mungawa's birth rates are... well, it's not good. They have been bad for generations, but they were just getting worse and worse. Among noble families, they weren't even at replacement rate anymore. I have no idea why. Nobody ever really wanted to acknowledge it. So what I'm saying is, even ignoring the fact that he wanted, and her suggestion is just wrong. I don't think the Emperor would have to contrive it so that there weren't any nobles and daughters of proper age. The simple fact of the matter is, that sort of incest ended up being necessary. And apparently it didn't help, since even she couldn't deliver a son anyway. No awful and inappropriate theories are necessary. You're awfully defensive about this. To the woman who will marry my husband. As for responsibilities, your burden will be quite light. You will, of course, be expected to be the model of feminine virtue. But truthfully, I do not expect you will have very much trouble with this. So long as you keep your head down, avoid scandal, and keep quiet, that will more than suffice. As far as the day-to-day is concerned, you will have nothing to concern yourself with, as is the royal family we're marrying into. As queen, I run the management of the house's affairs, and will not require any assistance from you. In that regard, as part of a royal concubine's demonstration of modesty, you'll have to share my own personal servant, and will not have one of your own. Or you will not have to be responsible for all housework. Be modest, and do not remain idle at her expense. You are expected to be as unseen as the servants, and to be voiceful only in most moderation. Do not speak harshly to your servant, and be appreciative of what she does, and not incompassionate. Your one sole responsibility will be spending as much time with the Emperor as it takes to produce a son. After you give birth, you will not need to be worried about raising him. I will be there to make sure all that is all arranged for. Jeez. Ugh. Simply make our husband happy, keep out of sight, and give him a son, and you will have no more to worry yourself with. Jeez. There's this older Chinese series I used to see called Huangzu Guga, and it's about a girl who's a thief, and she runs into a long lost princess of the emperor, and she's trying, and the princess is trying to see her father for the first time, the emperor, but she has no way of getting into the palace. So the thief girl, Xiaoyanzi, who is totally awesome and portrayed by the inimitable Vicky Zhao, who is seriously one of the most amazing singers I've ever heard in my entire life. And she tried to sneak her in, but things go awry, and the thief girl, Xiaoyanzi, ends up getting mistaken for the princess, and she ends up having to try to play the role of a princess. And there are concubines there too. They have a similar role, and the empress is a villain, and with her personal servant Rong Momo being a very evil witch lady, seriously. But there's a lot of comedy, but there's also a lot of disturbing torture scenes too, so it's really weird. It's a really weird mix, I have to say. But yeah, that just reminded me of that, with where they have the concubine who was the good person, and the empress who was quite malicious in that respect. Well, I guess I'll grant the Pale Bride one thing. You never had to worry about her speaking out of turn. Really? What happened to her? Something happened to her. Really, at the time, she seemed like the purposefully virtuous wife, right up until she snapped at the end. I know, how do you even reconcile that, right? She might have been biding her time. I bet that's what happened. Hopefully, I hope she wasn't, like, brainwashed. How can someone seem so close to being the pinnacle of feminine virtue, then turn out to be so completely messed up? I still don't get it. Not even slightly. I mean, she could have always been biding her time. Just faking going along with it. Oh. I don't know if I read this one yet, but it looks like she has nothing to say. To the woman who will marry my husband, the virtues which you are expected to demonstrate are simply those expected of any woman. And given your noble upbringing, I will not condescend to treat you as if you don't already know them quite well. You are expected to be quiet and obedient, to me as well as obviously to our husband. Perchance you are scolded. Trust my judgment as your elder. I will never act out of anger or spite. If scolded by our husband, always respond with a smile. For your relationship with him must always be warm, and he is a wise man. I do not, however, anticipate such as will be problems. He told me of the interview in which he spoke to you, and had nothing to report at all in your manner of speech, so I trust it was entirely proper and polite. In light of that, I will say nothing further of the matter. As far as ritual obligations go, you have none, save for following in my lead. Both your mother and father-in-law are long dead, so you have no further obligations to them. I had trouble adjusting at first, but I anticipate nothing you could be surprised by. To the woman who will marry my husband, I will not tell you to avoid court politics entirely, so long as you do not cause trouble. But I will suggest that you simply watch from a distance. From a distance. The temptation may exist to meddle, especially if you even talk to the artificial girl Mute, who lives inside our computer. See, what I'm trying to figure out is that they know what a computer is, and they obviously must understand some things of technology to like understand about security and like reactors and things like that. Like they have to be able to grow food somehow. He is a gossip and friend of the Smith noble family, and responsible for revealing much of what they try to keep hidden. She may seem fickle, but she does belong to the House of Ryu, first and foremost, and is quite loyal. Interesting about the Smith family. I wonder if the Smiths' name, they have a Western name. I do wonder if their family is hiding something about the origin of all this. Nevertheless, meddling is not in your best interests. Do not play politics, not only for our sake, or for the sake of being a virtuous wife, but for the sake of your own family as well. They will receive favor not through any scheming on your part, but through our husband's will. Entertain yourself with gossip if you wish, so long as you keep quiet about it, but stay out of politics. In the end, you will manage to go much further if you rely only on rewards for being a good wife. She's right in what she instructed the Pale Bride, but man, I really don't agree with her assertion there. I wasn't a gossip! Look, yeah, I'm a social creature. Of course, that's my frickin' job! I'm glad that my mistress valued me, but I don't really like the way she's characterizing me as just being some chatty, gossiping woman. I was always better than that. I wish she'd have realized it. Oh, God. Oh, yeah, and the Pale Bride's marriage. She doesn't have anything to say about this. My fear of the Pale Bride, it seems, was unfounded. In my letters to her, I wrote that I was not jealous. A lie, of course. Ooh. As queen, it is true that I have authority over any of my husband's other wives, but that authority does certainly not extend to his affections. Especially since she is a beautiful woman of only 15 years, and I have a withered old lady 20 years her senior. Ouch! Oh, come on! I know I'm an old lady. God damn it. Fucking hell. So messed up. I would be a fool not to be jealous. And yet I am not. Until she officially married my husband, I've only seen her briefly, at the formal interview. Aside from her beauty, she hardly made any impression. But now she is living in my house, and I have seen more of her while she is not busy attending to the Emperor. And I have realized now, I have no cause for jealousy that is any fault of hers. She hasn't spoken a single word to me, and only looks at me from a distance. At first I mistook this for arrogance, as though she thought me unworthy of approaching. I realized soon that is not so. I see no smugness in her eyes, nor do I see happiness, nor sadness, nor anything else. She is afraid of me. Not the sort of fear that would show in her eyes. The sort of fear that would paralyze her, leave her on edge. It is hardly noticeable at all, and yet I can tell. Her fear is that of resignation. The sort of fear where one simply waits for what one believes inevitable, whatever it is that she thinks I will do to her. It's because she's gonna die soon. Of her own, Yeah, there's definitely some automation in the ship, for sure. I do wonder how their resource management is, how they grow more food. There's got to be some kind of farms. Like, what work would the slaves even be doing? Aside from being like servants, there's got to be some way they grow food and things like that. So not everything is automated. She is not afraid that I will be jealous. She knows it, and is simply waiting for the consequences. I cannot be jealous of a woman like that. I feel for her. I want her to feel welcome. I want to give her the hope she has clearly lost back. It is not out of jealousy that I say I earnestly want her to understand how lucky she is. When I last saw her, I took her aside and said, "Please, you do not have to fear me. If you ever wish to talk to me, please do find me." She said nothing, but she did smile a little. I've seen her smile before, but only in a hollow way, where the mouth moves but no emotion stirs in the eyes. This was not that kind. I can hardly say what the twinkle in her eyes meant, but I at least don't think it was resignation. I do hope she talks to me soon, for her own sake. You think it's already been mentioned that there are farmers working on the lower decks? Yeah, that's the only kind of work I could see slaves doing. Because, like, what, they don't need to build things. Everything, it's a spaceship. Everything's already built, so there's not like construction going on. So they're either servants or farming. Oh, something new in Block 4. Oh, yeah, this is what she unlocked earlier. Look at all this. Oh, wow. Oh, wait. Well, God damn it. I keep on wanting to go back, but... So the Empress put something in Block 4. On the Smith family, yep. Okay. Normally, my conversations with Mute are of a rather frivolous nature. Gossip in the affairs of some of the more important noble houses, as well as her trying to bait whatever she is able out of me. While I think such a flow of information is valuable, so I might pass news to my husband that he might not otherwise hear. Oh god, this fucking computer making noise! Sorry. I would not consider her attitude to have any resemblance to seriousness. Previously, I assumed that this was simply impossible due to her nature. Well, I do not really understand how, despite her explanations, anyone could live inside of a computer screen. She says that she is an artificial person. I had assumed that perhaps her absence of a soul prevented her from feeling serious emotions. Ordinarily, she wears incredibly bold, colorful clothing, her golden hair absurdly well adorned. For the past month, however, she has been uncharacteristically humble, wearing unappealing brown dresses with her hair undecorated. Really? Huh. I wonder why. Please, I've wondered, why are you so attired? It is unlike you, I asked. She gave me an odd look. Huh? She asked. It's morning dress. Morning for what? That much was obvious, and not particularly the thrust of my question. Did you not tell me you are thousands of years old and you have no family? For what reason are you wearing mourning? She gave me an annoyed look. Friend of mine died, okay? No, I don't have a family. It's always been just me. Oh, I know. Yep, it's him. The Smith guy, yeah. It's always been just me. But this guy was a really good friend, and he definitely deserves that kind of respect, she said. Oh, we were super close. Do you wish to tell me about him? I asked. She gave me another look that I couldn't quite read, but seemed somehow sad. Nah, she said. I don't want to talk about it. Not now. I miss him too much. Hey, I'm gonna go now. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Wow. So the AIs, like, they're pretty much fully sentient AI. They feel emotions, like real emotions and everything. Even ones that don't really have to do with their positions. That's really cool. I said goodbye to her and she disappeared from the computer screen. But as she did, I could have sworn that I saw her start to cry. It's none of your damn business, okay? I'm not gonna justify myself to you! Damn, she really... Oh, here we go. Okay, so... I didn't realize, I forgot there were pages. Okay. Okay, yeah, so here's what a family tree is supposed to look like. None of that weird cluttered mess that Hugh and I did. But here's a few notes of my own, some of the women that you might actually care about. Here we go. Okay, Smith Saghi. Older sister of the main Smith branch. Married into the Huang family in 285. Widowed in 314. Taken in by younger Huang brother in 317. No sons. So she was 50 years old, I see. Oh, so Jin. Married Smith Sangmin in 310. No sons or daughters of her own. Yeah, we knew about her. Jiang Mi, yep, the courtesan, yep. Courtesan, perched by and married Smith Sangmin in 313. No sons. Hana, courtesan, entertained Smith Sangmin, no sons or daughters. Smith Min Hee, Smith Sangmin's daughter by the courtesan Jiang Mi, yep. From Mr. Park family, but not formally married. Okay, so she's an older sister. Okay, what voice should I give her? Da, da, da. What voice do I give her? God, it is so... This is like the hardest game ever to figure out voices for, because everybody is just... Because I don't have images for anybody except the two AI. Let's see, older sister. I'll give her the French voice. Oh, dearest brother of mine. As I'm sure you know, it's been 3 years since my husband died. I still mourn him in my heart, of course. And I'm sure I will forever. But the official mourning period is over. I'll make her older, because she's older. You probably also know that the Huang family isn't doing very well right now. Terribly, in fact. And it only got worse when my husband died. It didn't help that we only had daughters, so I don't exactly have a son to look after me. Right now I'm completely at the mercy of his parents. And well, as I said, no son. They only took me in because of that. Big dowry. They sure never liked me. And it's only gotten worse. Way worse. The second game gives everyone portraits. Oh, that is awesome, OA. So I need you to help me out, Min, or they're going to just abandon me. Do you remember that story we read together as a child? About that widow that had to turn to begging? I'm sure you remember how it ended. Well, that's going to be me at this rate. Don't worry, though, I have a plan. I've talked to my husband's brother about this. And also I planned to discreetly fish some information out of his parents. They'd be willing to let me get married to him. And all you need to do is chip in a new dowry. 1.5 times the old one would be enough. Please respond as soon as possible, little brother. Because I really need your help here, love, Sang-hee. And she has nothing to say about this. Good old Smith Sangman.
Sister Sang-hee, calm down! They may not be nice, but I'm sure they're not gonna kick down a son's window on the street. Do you have any idea how terrible that would look for them? Huge disgrace on their name. Oh. As for remarrying, I'm sorry. That's a lot of money you're asking. Besides, you know how much remarriage is looked down upon. Chaste widowhood may be a difficult standard to hold yourself to, but you will be honored forever if you can manage it. And if anyone is good enough to live up to that standard, I know it's you, big sister. I wish I could give you an easier way out. I hope you realize it's for the best that way. Sangman.
Nothing to say about that either. Oh, generous and benevolent younger brother of mine. I know you think I'm being hysterical and exaggerating. I'm not, I promise. It's funny you mentioned the importance of chaste widowhood, because they're talking about that too. Of course, I don't think you've got the same ideas in mind. They're talking about the sort that ends in horrible suicide. Actually, they've been talking about it a lot. We could, of course, go with that option, take my own life to honor his memory. Would you like to help me out with that? Oh God! I hope you're being sarcastic. I'm not very good at either holding knives or tying nooses ever since the arthritis got serious. But if you could help out, this plan could work. God. I hope that she's being sarcastic and still nothing from mute, eh? If you're too busy to help your sister kill herself, though, you could just do the next best thing and send that dowry. I'm sure somehow you'll manage to figure out the way to find the money. I have faith in you, little brother. I remind you again, of course, that appealing to that family's honor is a waste of time. Father married me to a merchant, remember? You're talking about honor. But trust me, I've lived in this house for over 2 decades. And I've looked everywhere, even under the sitting cushions. They just don't have any. Ooh. I think she's being sarcastic. Yeah. Okay, I think this voice actually, yeah, okay, yeah. So I'm going to ask you once more, little brother. You can either send a new dowry or failing that come by with a nice sharp knife. But if you can bring yourself to do at least one of those things, then my destitution is on your head. Do you think father would be proud of that? You are the son, you tell me. With love, your sister Sang-hee. Oh God.
Sister, you're gonna be the death of me. But I won't be the death of you. Fine, I'll figure something out. Tell his parents that I can offer them as much as the old dowry. I'll send a messenger by next week to work out delivery of it. You're such a woman, you know that. Immediately to the core, that's what you are, the death of me, I swear. Sang-min.
Okay. And I guess the next thing to do is, I'm guessing I shouldn't do Mute's questions right now, right? Oh my God, yeah. That was a funny little sibling for her. I'm glad she wasn't serious about the whole killing herself thing. Did I get Meat's thoughts? Oh, I didn't. Thank you, Zarmagus, I didn't. Oh, yes. Him. Would you like to hear about how I feel about Smith King Sam? Let me be as clear as I possibly can. Fuck that guy! I know I shouldn't say that about a man. Not least of all a dead one. But I don't care! He shouldn't have any respect for the dead either, so as far as I'm concerned, he doesn't deserve any of that from me. There's nothing more even related to him that you need to see. All he ever did was complain about the main branch and trash the good name of a good man! That's all you need to know. Damn, she really hates this guy. %unlocked. Wow. We are running full speed ahead on this game. Okay, so instead of switching back to Hyunai, I should open the questions. So, because I don't want to miss anything. Now, I definitely don't want to miss anything. So I should make an extra save file. Okay. I'll want to reload, okay. Question 1. How are you doing? Look, the questions are for her. They're pretty straightforward. I don't think I need any explanation. Take it straight yourself. You don't have to take my word for it. It's probably best if you hear it straight from the crazy bitch's mouth herself. Oh, I can still talk to you. Okay, so I can't help but notice you haven't gone back to Hyunai to get the full story about the murders. Why is that? Because you don't believe me even enough to ask her? Oh, well, that's good. Do you think it's just not important enough to ask about then? Oh, okay, I was hoping you'd say that honestly. All I can think then is you'd rather just hear from me, am I right? Then I'm completely confused, but okay. If you do want to hear about it from me, though, you can just indicate that by showing me the question I just gave you. Otherwise, just feel free to go about business however you will, I guess. I'd rather hear it from her. Oh, something's going on. Oh! 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 Hyunai. Hyunai, are you helping with this? Oh, what's going on? So I'm sure you noticed all this static on the line and wondering what's going on, right? I'm gonna tell you something really bad. I need you to promise me you're not gonna panic, okay? Okay. Great. It's probably the reactor. Just keep it together. We'll be okay if you don't get emotional, but... Well, right now we're in the middle of a nuclear fission reactor meltdown. I'm sure you don't know what that means, and it's okay. You don't have to worry about your petty little head about the details. The bottom line here is that it doesn't get shut down soon. There's going to be a massive, massive explosion. Well then. Right. Well, ordinarily this would be something you want to get a man to do. But it's okay, I'm sure you'll be able to pull through just fine. I have the utmost confidence in you. We've got 20 minutes until the reactor goes up, killing us both of us permanently. Clock starts now. Oh, it's a real timer! I'm gonna walk you through shutting it down. This might be a little hard, but you're a clever girl. I have faith in you. The first thing we're trying to do is just simply using the disable action. I don't think it'll work, mind you, but you never know. The ship's been in such a state of disrepair and non-maintenance. It's probably going to be really complicated. Still, try that for me, will you? Drop down to the terminal and just start shutting down the reactor directly. Oh god, we're timed! God damn it. No backup power supplies active. Oh god. Okay, list. We can disable the gravity. Currently disabled systems life support. Oh, I see. That's what happens. She disabled life support. Oh god. So that's why everyone died. Power control, disable gravity. Okay. Okay. All right. Since I'm not even on the ship, what the fuck does gravity matter? Lead hacks are in here. See, god damn it. Here we go. Thanks. Okay, PSS. Emergency control override of power storage system. Okay. Power usage is at 43%. Awesome. Oh god, looks like my computer's gonna die too. Jeez. PSS. Switch battery, here we go. Oh god, I need to get it below 20%. Oh boy. I don't like the sound of this. Oh yeah, that's right. You can do multiple at once. Power control list. 24%. God. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, this is what they're gonna ask me to do then. If I disable communications, does that mean I won't be able to do anything? Is that sounds like a bad ending? Oh god. Oh god, let's see. Help. No. I'm gonna re-enable, Unai. And then, yep. Yep. Unable to switching error occurred? Why? Oh no! What the fuck? What do you mean unknown switching error? Blah, blah, blah. Oh god. What? I'm stuck with her? That fucking hell! I could. Fuck that noise. it's okay. I could always go back. God damn it. Time to disable it. I'll do this all ahead of time. Oh wait, don't disable communications. God damn it, and I can't move the cursor back. And I can't hold down to... Okay. God damn it. Gravity rail sensors. Okay. Okay, and disable sensors and waste. Now go to PSS. Alright, now I can just do it ahead of time. I see. Okay, it's not going to let me do it yet. Alright. Hey, Hunai. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. God damn it. Okay. Now let's go to Mute's questions. What is this? You talked to Mute? I don't know what she told you, but you really shouldn't listen to her. All she ever did was gossip, and I'm certain she hasn't changed a bit since back then. Please, don't trust her. She spends everything to make everyone look bad, no matter what. Please, promise. Thank you, I really appreciate that. At least you gave me a fair chance. Well, if you show me one of her questions, I'll tell you the truth. I don't think that's what she'll expect. Well, to be honest, nervous. I'm really nervous. She's the first person I've talked to in so long. I'm really happy about that. But, well, I'm exposing a lot. I know you promised to trust me, and also thanks. It's just, it's all really new to me. But it's good. I'm glad. I wouldn't be so nervous. I wasn't happy you were there to listen. Wow, there's a tough question. I mean, you seem like a really good person. I think I could call you a friend. You seem a really good listener. I like that. Well, it's not like I can say anything. Does that answer your question? Oh. I'm sorry. I'd explain better if I could. Are you upset? Okay, good. Just checking. Sorry, I'm not really sure what I'm doing wrong here. I wish I could know. I guess whatever your question was, just gonna have to go unanswered. Sorry. Right, well, remember I said I'd never interrupt you unless there was something really wrong? Well, that's annoying. I didn't really bother you, but I don't want to scare you here. This isn't your fault. We have a really big problem. I'm sure you've noticed the static on the line. Yes, I was just wondering what was causing that, so I checked. And it's... Well, look, don't panic here, okay? She was about to say she loved me. Oh, God. It's, well, reactor meltdown in progress. I'm really sorry. We've been running in low power mode for so long, and that was fine. But when you established communications, everything started back up again. Which should be fine, because it's been centuries since the last maintenance job was done, and, I'm not really sure what's wrong yet. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is bad. Really, really bad. I don't know if you're aware of how this works, but we're running on nuclear fission. And it looks like we've got about 20 minutes before total meltdown. It's already running really, really hot right now. I wish I'd noticed sooner. I'm so sorry. But, well, let me put it this way. The ship's about 20 minutes away from exploding. Can we get out of range within 20 minutes? I don't know about much to know about nuclear reactors, but yeah, that's about what I expected. Don't panic, though. I can walk you through shutting it down. Just stay calm. Everything will be fine. Just drop the terminal and disable the nuclear reactor. If everything's working, that should be simple. I mean, I'm sure it won't be. It's a really old ship, and clearly already one thing's gone horribly wrong. Anyway, your first step is to at least try. May take a minute. Oh wow, I see. They're gonna make it all suspenseful. I see. Success. Remaining subsystems transferred to power supply system. She said love. Oh god. What's wrong? Now why is it working? Oh crap. Oh god. The reactor is disabled, so why is nothing, Alright, you did it! The reactor's now disabled! And, oh geez, we still have a fucking problem! It's still a critical temperature. Well, the good news is you're safe now. I'm not, though. Even if there's no nuclear explosion, just the heat alone can do enough damage to the computer systems to, well, kill me. Oh no! This is really bad. He's have to figure out something to do with the excess heat. I'm already suffering some serious damage. Oh no! Some substance just aren't responding. My word, I feel like I did when I was alive. Oh god! No! I feel like I'm dying. Let's do something! Oh god, we have more to do. Power control. Help. Oh god. Decrypt? I see decrypt lock. Oh god. Let's see. God, no! We have done the bulkheads! Oh god. Warning, you and I would like to urgently speak to you. I've got it. I know what you can do. If you enable the bulkheads and even life, then disable the bulkhead seals. There's none of it. So, safe air left on the ship to actually keep anyone alive. But there should be enough preventing excess heat into space. There isn't much time. Awesome. Thank you. Oh yeah, by the way. Okay. Oh, we can do it in the same line? I guess power docking, I guess. What's going on now? Woo! We saved Hunai. Warning, atmosphere is being vented into space. Yes! We saved her. You did it! You did it! The nuclear reactor is now both completely deactivated and at a safe temperature. We're safe. I was pretty scared there for a moment. I mean, it's not that I didn't think you could. Just the thought of actually dying for good was scary. It was scary. You did it and I'm fine now. Thank you so much. I'm sure you're breathing a little easier too, right? Well, that was close. I think we really deserve a break from this serious business. Don't you agree? Yeah, I think so too. I thought so. Woo! Really, my word, that was a close call. There's actually something I've been thinking about for a while I want to ask you about. And well, I had sensors working before. I've seen your ship. I know it's only big enough for one person. Sounds awfully remarkable that you could just have a ship like that for yourself. I mean, in my time, we're using generation ships, and that was incredibly state-of-the-art. So is that normal? Do you do this all the time, going on strange adventures by yourself in deep space? I mean, I think so, based on what the opening scroll did. Wow, that's really amazing, remarkable, really. Do you want to be my AI? I want you to be my AI sidekick. See, when I found out that I was going to get put into stasis to wake up far later, that was the future I always dreamed about. Well, I'd love you to be my AI. One that was full of amazing things, like, I don't know, holograms, miracle medicine, ships that travel fast in light, colonies on other planets. That's sort of amazing. I mean, I never liked science fiction. It's just too unrealistic. When I was a kid, I figured it'd still be fun to live in it. Imagine my surprise. But it sure sounds like you're from that future. Oh, sorry. I'm rambling, aren't I? It just... Well, that sounds awfully romantic. You and I had the same thought. It just... The idea of finally getting that perfect future I was denied. Traveling with someone in deep space. Well, that sounds awfully romantic. Sorry, I'll stop now. Let's get back to the serious business. You and I... You are tippy-top. I really like you. I would love nothing more than for you to be my personal ship's AI. And we go on adventures in space. You're really badass. As for you killing everybody on that ship, from what Newt said, it looks like they were gonna die out anyway. Sadly enough. Okay, you guys. Damn, I got a lot of save files here. These two are basically the same, but, okay. I think this is a really nice place to stop for today. Next time, we could probably get Newt up to speed. We could start with her, getting her up, and her file as well. I'll just feel so horrible about getting, like, shutting down Hunai's core. Oh, that just makes me feel sick to my stomach. Oh, God. I am not going to enjoy doing that, I tell you what. But I am enjoying the fuck out of this game. Seriously, guys, thank you so much for joining me on this game. I absolutely am loving it. I'm gonna, just like before, be thinking more about this until I play it next again on Sunday. Tomorrow we start another new game, Route Double, by Nakazawa, who co-wrote Ever 17 and Remember 11. So that's gonna be pretty cool. Oh my god. I am loving this so far. I can't wait till I play it again. I can't believe I'm halfway through, though, in terms of logs. Seriously. Too short. Too fucking short. Thank God there's the sequel. Okay, you guys. Until next time, I will say, so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night. You're all the sweetest of hearts. See ya.